had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees, holding on, memories never change.
Za uwe fruik ni maya niftabang ting mikunting nari tumpaya katos ake akatos ekong talana weruta yasi. Za uwe fruik ni maya niftabang ting mikunting nari tumpaya katos ake akatos ekong talana weruta yasi. Za uwe fruik ni maya niftabang ting mikunting nari tumpaya katos ake akatos ekong talana weruta yasi. Za uwe fruik ni maya niftabang ting mikunting nari tumpaya katos ake akatos ekong talana weruta yasi. So don't let me fall where I don't belong. I can't go back and lose it all.
All the roads we travel, the journey of our lives. Take another picture before we say goodbye. by side. Memories fade, but legends never die. One last time, let's live for something. I can feel my blood, it's rushing. This ain't goodbye, we'll be back someday. And we will find our own way, take control of our fate. And like a car with no brakes, crash and learn, make mistakes. And we'll be back one day. We'll be back one day. I don't ever really wanna hold back. I got dreams, wanna go fast. Know this energy's here to last. Not a glass half full, overflow that. Gotta keep your eyes up on the prize. Only got one life, so it's worth a try. To find what makes you feel alive, that's the only way to live it right. And now we're all doing our own thing, but I'll never forget our glory days. My mind is full of the memories, yeah. And I'll never forget what they meant to me. Don't worry, we'll be back one day to celebrate our glory days. We'll be back one day. Although it's over now, don't let it get you down. We'll be back around. For now we can feel some sorrow. A new day, it starts tomorrow. We'll wake up, new dreams to follow. A new goal and brand new motto. One last time, let's live for something. I can feel my blood, it's rushing. This ain't goodbye, we'll be back someday. And we will find our own way, take control of our fate. And like a car with no brakes, crash and learn, make mistakes. And we'll be back one day. We'll be back one day. We'll be back one day.
Walk in the shadowland, nobody's innocent. Hand in mouth, we live like demons. Stuck in the phantom zone, lost in a thunderdome. Twilight ruled the day. We found the impossible, now we're unstoppable. Taking off the world beneath us. Strong under pressure, we'll make it together. Our universe will change. Freedom, looking down a telescope. Starlight, never been so beautiful. Whole world waiting for us, time to go. Escaping gravity. We'll be rising high above the rain. Sunset, never gonna be the same. Thunder calling us to outer space. Escaping gravity. Escaping gravity. Escaping gravity. Straight to the galaxy, faster than sanity. Left behind a land forsaken. Black holes and meteors, riding on shooting stars. Fearless like our dreams. We shoot down a satellite, wings of a butterfly. Constellations recreate and fighting for liberty. Raising the energy, bursting at the seams. Freedom, looking down a telescope. Starlight,
stars, find the center of the universe. New reality in front of us, escaping gravity. We'll be rising high above the rising sunset, never gonna be the same. Thunder calling us to outer space, escaping gravity. Escaping gravity. Escaping gravity.
Alright guys, let's see here. Let's jump into a few charts real quick before market opens. Let me see any ticker requests aside from the ones I already have over in the chat. Pull them up. Alright, real quick, I'm going to jump into crypto. I know I provided an update on several of the pages yesterday, but like I'm not stressing at all about crypto right now. And y'all know I've got significant holdings in it. So as of right now, Bitcoin maintaining this very nice bull flag we've got going on here. Overall, a lot of the selling off you see is just tax loss harvesting at the end of the year with crypto, which is good. So not stressing. Crypto's going to keep rocking. Watching the breakout of that current shorter time frame downtrend right now, because if we break out of that with volume, it's going to rip again. So switching up to one that I covered a couple of weeks ago and then last week again that ended up just absolutely blowing out this morning. Rum, right? So we were watching this breakout of the downtrend in the back test here. And then I saw some very interesting movement over on the options flows over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And then this morning news came in. I forget what the exact update was. It was some kind of funding. But Rum actually blew out and completely passed the measured move and actually tagged that 1094 resistance level. So Rum's looking fantastic. Real quick though, let me jump over to what we got going on some of the bigger tech tickers because I know people are watching these closely. So right now on the daily as of Friday, and one thing I was mentioning to some guys over the weekend is Friday was OPEX for monthly and quarterly. So you have to be careful. The higher increase of volume we had Friday and that movement could be misleading overall and can be kind of an outlier for your trends as well as your patterns, just because you have such big spikes in volume. They come in as they're covering different options that are closing and expiring. So still watching these same levels on NVDA here, for instance. I want to see if NVIDIA can push out and hold out above that 135.92 level, especially if we can see increasing buying volume. And if not, we'll see what happens there. If not, it's probably going to have downward continuation. But in the meantime, we're going to see if it can break out. See, Apple should keep some bullish continuation as long as it doesn't have any negative news. The current bull flag that I've been watching is right in there. I'm going to remove this so it's out of our way, but this is one big huge bull flag, right? So definitely going to keep watching this to see if Apple can keep its movement going, because if it does, be looking for a move like that. But we want to see if we get bullish continuation with increasing volume again. See how huge the volume was compared to everything else? That's because it was OPEX. So let's see, going through the list, Palantir just keeps on ripping. A nice beautiful big breakout. Again, volume, not putting huge weighting on that just yet. That being said, that was a big breakout volume before OPEX. So definitely watching Palantir here to see if it rejects at the previous all-time high or if it continues and makes that measured move. We shall see. Let me see real quick. crypto stocks I'm not going to go into just yet, just because they're all going to be similar. Keep in mind this week's a short week too, so I'll probably just wrap this one up here in a minute in case there's other tickers y'all can send them to me. I'll jump back on here in a little bit. Go and head off to a meeting, but yeah, this week's a short week. Tomorrow the market closed early. Wednesday market's closed, so you can expect kind of weird movement this week because a lot of larger funds are going to be out. You have larger hedge fund managers and stuff like that won't be trading this week. They'll be on vacation. So a lot of the movements you can see this week will be mainly driven by retail just because they're the ones actively trading, which is odd and different because typically that's not the case. Typically retail has minimal impact, if anything, on actual market movement. But this is one of those weeks where if you go watch the Santa rally video that I shared, we may actually see a Santa rally if we sustain, since the government shutdown got avoided. But I'm also being cautious just because some of these big tech tickers that we're watching, they've only hit technical retracements at this point, and they can have more downside continuation after these retracements. So if you actually look at QQQ and a lot of these others, while they did get that bounce with the overnight, I think that the government shutdown news coming in over the weekend ended up not helping the broader markets as much as it could have. It kind of got muted because people lost the excitement behind it. So right now, if QQQ does dedicate and lose this trend, it's going to get messy. So just be prepared for that. I'm not saying super bearish. I'm not saying super bullish. Right now, I'm just saying that we could go either way on a lot of these tickers. A lot of the semiconductors still look really rough, and they're going to until we get clarity around what the impact on tariffs is going to be next year. AMD is one that's concerning me with a lot of people because people are going hella bullish on it, and there's still a lot of downside setup going on here that I think people should ultimately need to be cautious. So if you look at the weekly chart for AMD, we've now formed yet another lower low, and we're actually in a full-blown downtrend here where we had a high, a low, lower high, low, lower high, low. So we either push lower here and form a deeper low, probably in that 107 range or lower, or we can form a lower high again here and then move lower. But ultimately right now, AMD is very much still in that downtrend there. It also lost this uptrend last week, which was that's a big deal. So be careful on AMD with calls or shares. Hedge accordingly if you are really going to do that. I'm not saying actively trade puts on it because this isn't the spot to do that, but I'm saying be careful because even with the broader market rallying pretty hard on Friday, AMD was slacking. So that's not looking so hot right now on AMD, and it looks like it wants to dive more. So be careful on AMD. See how it handles the 116.57 level, if it can bounce or if it's going to keep diving. Make sure I don't have any other requests over here real quick, and then I'll wrap up. Oh, hold on, sound. I got you some Prakash. You're awesome, dude. You're always in here. So sound looking fantastic like it has been, right? So sound is completing and continuing that move for the bullish breakout. Like I was talking about last week when we were in this zone, we were consolidating, we had retraced and tapped that trend line bounce. I should have loaded up heavier on calls there, but I did not. So I'll be looking to see if sound can hold that 2206 level and push up to that measured move minimally. But as of right now, sound's still looking solid. SoFi's another one. Then I'm going to look to see if we can get a bounce on it, because it's in a similar type of setup. I want to see how this plays out. I think that the Fed interest rate outlook being slacking now is not helping some of these, but yeah, we'll see if that pushes up or not. Tesla, betting we retraced a little bit. Yeah, what's crazy is if you look at this, it's like, oh, it's not really moving a whole lot. It's literally moving like $80 range at that point. So be careful on Tesla here short term. It is starting to form a little bit of a downtrend with the retracement. Like I said last week, what we want to watch for on Tesla is whether or not it can hold that 414.50 level. If it loses that, it's going to drop pretty hard, probably down to the 358 level. But I'm watching right now because I really need to sell more covered calls against my Tesla shares. I just have not yet. So watching that, see how it shakes out. see any other ticker requests over here in the channel. Alright. Prakash, it's just me and you chilling, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for now and go to this other meeting for work, and then we can get some trades in. I'll jump back on here in a little bit later on today and we'll talk through some more charts, but everyone have a good day, make some solid trades, make those gains.